Meeting of March 7th, 2017. Roll call, Wayne Adams.
Yeah.
Joanna Blanchard.
Here.
Emily Dwyer.
Here.
Dick Hodges.
Here.
Andy Murphy.
Here.
Lisa O'Connor here. Brian Page is not here. Chris Redding.
Here.
Dina Trotta.
Here.
4.0. Can you all rise to say the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I have a motion to accept the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Everyone approved? Can I have a motion to accept the minutes from the business meeting of February 28th, 2017?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Any public comment? New business is fiscal year 2018 budget. Greg, would you like to discuss the updates to it?
Sure. Last week, as you know, I had a proposed list of increases and decreases, with the caveat being that we still did not know what the GIC was going to do. And we listened to discussion on the resource officer, assistant superintendent, those type of things, what we could and couldn't afford. The GIC rates have come out. I have repurposed those new numbers versus what we have this year, assuming that every single member currently having health insurance will stay with the same plan. Based upon those numbers, we could make some changes to the original one we had before, and put the assistant superintendent position back in, but remove the curriculum support position, and reduce employee health insurance by $112,847.36 and retiree health insurance by $44,128. That still brings us in line with the $190,362 net cut from the original budget book that you were given back in January, and brings us back into line with the assessment sheet that you were provided last week that I had spoken to the finance directors about, whether they could, this was in line for them being able to afford it. So if, obviously this is something, we have to vote a budget tonight to get it to the towns for their assessment purposes. So if you voted to make the set of changes that I placed in front of you tonight, it would create this assessment sheet by the towns and create a budget vote of $38,623,001. So I mean that's what I am proposing to bring back in after listening to you all speak last week, what could be afforded and what couldn't. So I'll leave it up to you guys how you want to proceed.
Well, one of the things we were going to follow up on, I see Chief Reed is here, is any information that you might have gotten regarding school resource officer, which is still in it 2 days a week, correct?
You never know.
Thank you.
I think I still got another one.
I didn't want to assume, so I'm waiting for
Yeah, I still got another one.
Thank you. I met with the Board of Selectmen last night to, I guess, our last department head budget meeting, and the board overwhelmingly approved the difference to make it 5 days a week.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I guess that's what work does. The board is obviously enthusiastic about it. Obviously, as you know, I've been driving the bus quite hard, because obviously I'm a believer in it. The FinCom is totally behind it, and the Board of Selectmen are obviously behind it as well. So I think that's pretty good news.
Yeah, great. We like good news.
Don't we all? So I talked with obviously the superintendent briefly about that between yesterday and today. Obviously, it still has to go to town vote, but I think if everybody's behind it, then and obviously if I have at least some of you there during the town vote, obviously, it would certainly help. I cannot do it by myself. I've run up the hill too many times by myself on a barrage of machine gun fire, thinking that I could do it all by myself, so.
Yeah, that's going to be important, I think.
Yeah, I think it's important because it's a collaborative effort for everybody, and obviously the bottom line of being collaborative is it's all about the kids, and I think you know by now I'm a firm believer in that. So everybody that I have to report to is on board, and once that, I guess, comes true, it won't happen immediately. My plan is, if I have a real good feeling between now and then, I'll probably start advertising for the school resource officer. There'll be basically a selection committee, and again, I'm going to make an assumption the superintendent and I and whoever else is picked will be on that to choose whoever the right candidate is to fit, obviously, in the environment. And then obviously I have other things, other collateral things that I have to do. And I spoke with a very smart individual over the last week about obviously selling the position to the public. And that person's going to help me do some of the, I guess, the advertising.
PR.
That too.
I think a round of thanks is in order from the school committee, and that you were able to escape the barrage of bullets unscathed.
Well, so far, no.
So far.
I think it's a collaborative thing. It's not.
He wore the vest.
Last night I did not.
Well, I think it's important, we're not spiking the football yet.
No.
This still needs to be
It has to be approved by town vote. But
right, and people need to be informed on what this really is. And I think there's still a lot.
Exactly, and the big contention last year was not that nobody wanted it. It was obviously how's it going to, what the mechanism is and how is it going to be paid for. And I think I've satisfied all those people that had some questions. So I think if it's a uniform front from members of, obviously, all the boards, I think, I don't know what else to do beyond that. So, again, I appreciate the time and the effort that this board has put in, and there's obviously other people behind the scenes that I'm not familiar with. But I think at the end of the day, it will be a success, and we can march forward, and before you know it, we'll all be in the newer school, which I think will even be more important to have a school resource officer when that comes. So I think Jeff and I will work out whatever kinks there may be between now and then, and by the time everybody's in the new school, it will be almost old hat, so to speak. So that's my last sales pitch, I guess, until the town meeting.
Very good.
Great.
So, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Wow.
I'll go back and sit in my corner.
Any other discussion on the budget? So then we just need a motion to accept.
Can I ask a question about the assistant superintendent number? Was
45.
145, okay. I guess I was just,
And that, again, that's just an estimate, obviously.
Right. Yeah, I guess that was my question, was where that number came from, because I was just
Just kind of look around and see what.
looking around at other areas, and it seemed like,
Yeah.
curriculum directors were closer to 100, but the assistant superintendents seemed to be more in the, 120, 130 range that I saw,
Yeah,
so.
so we're just, I'm putting, it. That's kind of my placeholder number. Obviously, I don't
Okay.
hire that position or set the salary schedule for that, so.
Okay.
Do we have anything to do with the hiring of, or is that solely you? Or is that
No,
us?
it's us.
That's us.
So we do the superintendent, the assistant superintendent, and director of special
Business
education,
manager.
and business manager.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, so I guess we need a motion to accept the newly updated fiscal year 2018 budget, which is the operating budget of $38,623,001.
Yeah, that's the only number you have to, well, the rest of it drives the assessment sheet, so. And it has to be a 2/3 vote. This is a 6.
Still gonna have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor? Okay.
Well, thank you all for the help during the budget process. You guys are really great this year.
Chris seconded
If you're
it.
short that $1, I can spot you.
Okay. I saw that too. It took me a while to, it's a rounding thing in the formulas because of all the .45s and stuff like that in the assessment sheet. Yeah, somehow the dollar will work its way out.
And there's
That would be
some donations that I just want to mention as well, so we don't need approval for them, but they definitely were
You can have it.
thanking for. So, let's see. There was $1,936.73 from the West Newbury PTO for additional equipment for the STEM lab at the Page School. There was $750 from the Groveland...
75.
I'm sorry, what did I say? $75 from the Groveland's Historical Society in support of the Bagnell's music classes under the direction of Miss Medley. And A.W. Chesterton donated Polaroid cameras and film to the Bagnell's kindergarten for use in their STEAM programs, or STEAM projects. There was $2,560 donated to be used for the transportation to the Mass Art Saturday studio classes this spring by Daniel Senior for the benefit of the Kenny Fowler Car Show. And that's it. So thank you very much for those donations. And can I receive a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
So moved?
Second?
Second?
All in favor? Dick, do you want to hang out here or go home?
Seems like some nice folk here, so I want to hang.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
You.